Hello students, welcome for another session of our class 7th Congruency of Triangles chapter. In the previous class we have discussed about the congruency criterions of triangle. To prove two triangles are congruent, we have to check the criterions. What are the four criterions we have learned in the previous class? SSS, SAS, ASA and RHS. These are the four rules of criterions for congruency of triangles we have learned in the previous class. Now based on those criterions, we are going to check whether the given triangles are congruent or not. Now let us start exercise 1 in the chapter 7. Congruency of triangle chapter, exercise 1. What is the first question here? Decide whether the SSS congruency is true with the following figures. Give reasons. Decide whether this rule is working to say these two triangles are congruent or not. If not, why? State the reason. That also we have to tell. Let us see the triangles which are given here. Two triangles ACR, BNE. These two triangles we have to compare the corresponding sides. If the corresponding sides all are equal, then SSS congruency rule says that these two triangles are congruent. So in triangle comparison, ACR and in triangle here ACR, here I am taking NBE. Okay, in these two triangles, the corresponding sides here symbols are given here. Here one line is given, here one line is given. That means these two are corresponding sides. Okay, NB and CR. NB and CR. In this CR, in this NB. Okay, here ACR triangle, what is that? CR is equal to NB. Yes, this is one side. Corresponding sides both are equal. Next again, second two lines here, two lines here. That means AC is equal to BE. AC is equal to BE. Next, the third side is what? Corresponding one AR, ENE. AR, ENE. These are the three corresponding sides. Since all the three corresponding sides of the two triangles are equal, these two triangles are congruent to each other. Yes, by SSS congruency, the triangle ACR is congruent to triangle NBE, like that. Right. So simple. The corresponding sides whether they are equal or not. SSS rule means all the three corresponding sides of the both triangles, if equal, then we can say the two triangles are congruent to each other. Now let us check this. Okay. In this pair of triangles, here see LD is the common side for both the triangles. Above the LD line, one triangle is there. Below that also one triangle is there. So both the triangles are having a common side. What is LD? So let us compare the two triangles. So SLD in triangle SLD and triangle ALD. So below the line, above the line. The two triangles we are comparing. In SLD, see what is this? 4. Here also 4. That means SD is equal to LE. SD is equal to LE. Okay, both are 4 centimeters, whatever it is. LE. Okay. Next, LD is common side for both. So LD is equal to LD. Both are same. But whereas the remaining the third side, here SL is 2.5. But DA is equal to what? 3. Both are not equal. So SL is 3 there. SL is 2.5. DA is 3 is there. So both are equal. Here it is 3. Here it is 2.5. They are not equal. So since they are not equal, these two triangles are not congruent. So no. Why? The reason is this. SL side is 2.5, DA side is correspondings are equal, but one side is not equal. So we cannot say these two triangles are congruent by this congruency SSS. So no, triangle SLD is not congruent to triangle ALD. So both are not congruent because here it is failed. Here 3, here 2.5. Both are not same. That is why we cannot say these two triangles are congruent. They are not congruent triangles. Hope you all understood how to check the congruence of the triangles. So just compare the corresponding sides. If the corresponding sides, all the three corresponding sides are equal in the two triangles, then the two triangles are congruent. Otherwise, they are not congruent to each other. Hope you all understood this question. Let us move on to the second question now. See the next question. For the following congruent triangles, find the pairs of corresponding angles. Already these triangles are congruent. If they are congruent, what are the corresponding angles which are equal? We have to identify the angles which are equal in both the triangles. So in triangle TPQ and triangle SRQ. In triangle TPQ and triangle SRQ. We have to identify the angles which are equal. So first I am writing TQP. So this is for both. Q is the angle for both. So only Q, if you write whether this side or that side, you will be in confusion. That is why we have to write this angle particularly TQP. Angle TQP, that means this part. Okay. This is in triangle TPQ is equal to angle SQR. Angle SQR. So these two angles are equal. After that, angle T is equal to angle S. Angle T is equal to angle S. Next, angle P is equal to angle R. Angle P is equal to angle R. So these are the corresponding angles in both the triangles. Since they are congruent, they are equal. Next, in this figure, here OPQ and ORS. OPQ and ORS. Here measures of the sides are given. Here 4 centimeters. Here also 4 centimeters. Here 4 centimeters. Here also 4 centimeters. Here 5 centimeters. Here also 5 centimeters. Obviously, all the corresponding sides are equal. They are congruent. Now the corresponding angles which are equal, we have to write in triangle OPQ or POQ, whatever. I am writing OPQ and in triangle ORS. Triangle ORS. Which is the common angle here? O. So I am writing that is POQ. Angle POQ is equal to angle POQ, angle SOR. Angle SOR. So POQ SOR is over. Next, angle P. Angle POQ, angle P. Now angle S. Angle S. Next, angle Q is equal to angle R. Angle Q is equal to angle R. These are the corresponding angles in the both the triangles. So as the triangles are congruent, so the corresponding angles are equal. Hope you all understood. So let us move on to the next question. See, in this figure, choose the correct answer. Here 4 options are given. The two triangles PQR, PQS. The two triangles are given. The corresponding sides measurements are given. Here 5 centimeters, 5 centimeters, 3.5, 3.5. The PQ is common side for both the triangles. So how to identify the correct congruency of the triangles? Here pair of triangles are given. All are congruent symbols given in between. But which is the correct order? So if you have this kind of question, you have to follow the order of the corresponding sides. So let us check. The first one, what is that? PQ. PQ side, okay, PQ side in the triangle PQR. PQ, okay, it's common, both are equal. But the next order is what? QR. Here QS. QR is what? Here QR is 3.5. QS. In this QR is 3.5. In this QS is what? 5. That means both are not same. So which is false. This is false, not true. Okay. This is false also. Second one, PQ and QP. So PQ, QP, both same. Okay. Next QR. QR. Here Q and R 3.5 is there. Next here in this triangle PS. PS. PS 3.5. Yes. Okay. Now the third one we have to check the first and last. PR. PR is how much? 5 centimeters. Here QS. QS is how much? 5 centimeters. Yes. So it is correct. So this is true. This is true. All the corresponding sides are equal. Now in this PQ, okay, PQ, SQ, PQ and SQ both are not same. Why? Because SQ measurement is 5 centimeters, PQ measurement is how much? We do not know. So it is false. Here only it is true. Okay. Next PQ, okay, PQ. Then SP. SP value is how much? Here SP 3.5. So both are not same. So it is also false. So only this second one only correct. So order wise we have to check the corresponding sides. PQ, QP. Okay, PQ, QP both are same. Here these two letters. Next side QR. QR is 3.5. In this PS, yes, 3.5, 3.5. Next the first one and the last letter PR side. PR side is 5 centimeters. In this QS side is also 5 centimeters. So all the corresponding sides are equal in the second pair only. So second one is only correct. The remaining all three are false. Hope you all understood how to check the congruency of the triangles. The corresponding sides should be equal. Then only the two triangles are said to be congruent. Next, move on to the next question. Okay, see the next question. Fourth one. In the following figure given below, AB is equal to DC and AC is equal to DB. AB is equal to DC. So these two sides are equal, it is given. Next, AC is equal to DB. AC, the diagonal, and DB is the diagonal. These are equal. So these two corresponding sides are equal. Then can you say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DCB? So check all the congruency rules. Now see, in triangle ABC, in this triangle, okay, in triangle ABC. Next triangle DCB. So the two corresponding sides are equal given. So for these two triangles, the included angle is this. The included angle is this A. Okay. For this triangle DBC, the included angle is this. Okay. So now side angle side. This is not the included side. Here this and this. So this is the included angle. For these two sides, this is the included angle. For these two sides, this is the included angle. So side angle side, side angle side. So by SAS congruency rule, we can say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DCB. So what are the triangles here given? Triangle ABC and in triangle DCB, the corresponding sides AB is equal to what is given? DC. This is given already. In the question itself it is given. Okay. Next, another side is what is given? AC is equal to DB also given. AC is equal to DB also it is given. But one more, can you say that the sides are equal or the included angle? So I am going for the included angle. These two sides, the angle included by them is what? Angle BAC. Angle BAC is equal to, here angle CDB or BDC, you can say. Angle BDC. So this is the corresponding angle, included angle. Okay, like that. So by side angle side by SAS congruency triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DCB. Yes, we can say these two triangles are congruent by the rule SAS, side angle side. The angle is included by the two sides. This angle A is included by AB and AC, and this angle is included by the sides BD and CD. So by SAS congruency rule, we can say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DCB. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DCB, we can say. So hope you all understand this question. With this question, we have completed our exercise 1. Let us move on to the next topic. See exercise 2, first question. What additional information do you need to conclude that the two triangles given here under are congruent using SAS rule? So we have to use the SAS rule to say these two triangles are congruent. One information is given. What is the another information you need? What extra additional information you need to say these two triangles are congruent? See in these figures, what information we have here, the angle H, and in this the angle T, both are given, but only with one angle we cannot show these two triangles are congruent. So some extra information we require. What information do you need to say these two triangles are congruent? That is the question. Under which rule? SAS rule. That means here side, angle, side. That means angle should be included by the two sides. Here angles are given. Angle H is given, angle T is given. So this angle is included by which two sides? In this triangle, this GH and HJ. These two sides. Okay. In this angle T is made with the side TR and ST. So that means the corresponding sides we have to write. So we given that angle H is equal to angle T, in which triangle? In triangle GHJ, and in triangle which triangle? GHJ. Next RTS. In these two triangles, the angle which are equal, angle H is equal to angle T is given. So angle H is equal to angle T. This is given in the figure itself. So this angle is made by which two sides? So this angle is made by this side, that means HG. This HG corresponding to here RT. Okay. Next HJ is equal to, now what we can write? TS. HJ is equal to TS. So by writing these two, HG and HJ, because of these two sides only, here this angle is made. Here this side, right hand side RTS triangle, RT and TS or ST, whatever you can say, RT and TS. So because of these two sides, this angle is made. So by SAS rule, to say these two triangles are congruent, we need this information. We need the two corresponding sides, which are HJ should be equal to RT and HJ should be equal to TS. Then only we can say, to say triangle GHJ congruent to triangle RTS by SAS. We need this information actually. If without this information, we cannot say these two triangles are congruent. So this is the extra information we need. We need HG is equal to RT, HJ is equal to TS. Then only we can say these two triangles are congruent by the rule SAS. Hope you all understood this question. Let's move on to the second question. See, question number 2. A map is given below 5 different villages, showing 5 different villages. What are that? A, M, B, P, Q. 5 villages are there. The distance is given here. Village M lies exactly halfway between the two pairs of villages. AB village in between M is there. PQ villages in between M is there. That means village M is lying in between AB as well as lying in between PQ also. So that M is exactly in the midway of AB, exactly in the midway of PQ. That means AM is equal to MB, PM is equal to MQ. So that indirectly said. So these two sides, see AM and MB both are equal because M is lying in between A and B and PM is equal to MQ. Why? Because M is lying exactly in between P and Q villages. So now this is 3 kilometers means this is also 3 kilometers. This is 6 kilometers means this is also 6 kilometers. So what they are asking, what is the distance between village A and P? Village A and P. So how can you find the distance between A and P? If the triangles are congruent, if the triangles PAM and QBM are congruent, then we can say by CPCD. CPCD means corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. If the two triangles are congruent, all the corresponding parts will be equal. So let us check whether these two triangles are congruent or not. So PAM, in triangle PAM, I am going to write AM. AM is equal to, now MB, I am writing MB or BM. So why they are equal? Because so M lies between, it is given M lies between villages A and B, between A and B, which is given in the question. M exactly lying in between the two pairs of villages AB and PQ, which is given in the question. Next, another one what we can write in this PM, we can write PM is equal to, we can write MQ. PM is equal to QM or MQ. QM I am writing. Why? Because the M lies exactly in between PQ. So M lies, you can write in different way also, writing M in between two. Understand, between A and B, M is lying in between. So if you write like this, M in between, so we can easily identify M is lying in between P and Q. So M lies between P and Q. This information is given in the question itself. There are 5 villages in the map showing that village M is lying between the two pairs of villages A and B and P and Q, which is given in the question itself. So that is why we are writing AM is equal to MB, PM is equal to MQ. Now the two sides, this side and this side, this side and this sides of the two pairs of triangles here PAM and QBMB. So to say these two triangles are congruent, one more information is required. This side AM and PM. AM, this is AM and this is PM. So because of these two sides, the two sides are merging here. That means this angle is formed here. Understand? This angle is included by these two sides. Again here, what there? MB and MQ. MB, MQ. This angle. So the angle included by the two sides, angle included by the two sides are equal. So what we can write? Angle. We can write here. Angle AMP is equal to angle BMQ. So what we can say? The angle included by the two sides, So by SAS rule, by SAS rule of congruency, we can say triangle PAM is congruent to triangle QMB. When the two triangles are congruent to each other, all the corresponding parts will be equal. So by CPCD, what is meant by CPCD? Corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So corresponding parts of congruent triangles. C means corresponding, P means parts, or C means congruent, T means triangles. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. When the two triangles are congruent, we can say all the corresponding parts will be equal. So according to that, we can say now here AM is equal to BM and PM is equal to L cube and QB is equal to AP, we can say. That means here BQ is equal to AP, we can say. BQ, how much it is given? 4 kilometers. So 4 kilometers, that is equal to AP. That means AP is equal to 4 kilometers. So what we need to find? The distance between the villages A and B. Therefore, the distance between villages A and P is how much? 4 kilometers. Understood? By looking at this figure, we can understand that these two triangles are congruent. Why? Because the corresponding parts are equal. Corresponding two sides and the angle included by them also equal. So why we are saying they are equal? Because it is given the M village is lying exactly in between AB and PQ, which is given in the question. So in between means this side and this side will be equal, this side and this side will be equal. So these two sides, because of the two sides, one angle is formed. The angle included by the two sides, So by SAS rule, the two triangles are congruent. When the triangles are congruent, all the corresponding parts will be equal by CPCB. So we can write BQ is equal to AP. BQ distance is given in the figure 4 kilometers. That will be equal to AP. So the distance between the villages A and B is how much now? 4 kilometers. This is the answer. Hope you all understood. Let's go for next question. This is the next question. Third one. Look at the pairs of triangles given below. Are they congruent? Asking the question. Are they congruent? If so, congruent, write the corresponding parts. If they are congruent, what are the corresponding parts? We have to write it. So look at the pairs of figures. Here, triangle ABC is given. Triangle RST is given. Triangle ABC, triangle RST is given. Whether these two triangles are congruent or not. If they are congruent, what are the corresponding parts? We have to check. See, here 4 centimeters, here also 4 centimeters. That means AB is equal to ST. AB is equal to ST. Next, here 6 centimeter, here 6 centimeter. That means AC is equal to SR. Okay. Now, these two sides, the angle is included by the two sides. What is this? Angle A 30 degrees. So, angle is included by the two sides. What is this? 30 degrees. So, the two sides and the angle included by the two sides equal. So, these two triangles are congruent. Now, let us see. In triangle ABC, AB, when I am AB 4 centimeters. So, here also like that you have to write. In triangle ABC and triangle STR. They are congruent by SAS rule. So, sides, corresponding sides. AB is equal to here 4 centimeter, here also 4 centimeter. What? ST. So both are 4 centimeters. Okay, both are 4 centimeter only is equal to 4 centimeters. Next, what is there? The angle included by it. So angle BAC is equal to, here started with the BAC 4 centimeter. So TSR, angle TSR, both are 30 degrees is equal to 30 degrees. Okay. Next, the 6 centimeter side, what is that? AC. So AC is equal to, here what I can write? SR. So what are these? Side, angle, side. So by these two triangles are congruent. So triangle ABC is congruent. This is a symbol of congruency. Congruent to triangle STR. We can write. So these are the corresponding sides and corresponding parts. These two are the sides. The middle one is the angle included by the two sides. So we can write like this. Now let's check in this pair of triangles. So here you see, here angle symbol is given. That means this is the angle which is equal to one another, right? So that means this angle is made by these two sides. This angle is made by these two sides. So triangle POQ, in triangle POQ and in triangle POQ started from 3 centimeters. So from here also ROS, angle ROS, triangle ROS. I am writing the R upside. So triangle ROS, in triangle POQ and ROS starting from is equal to, here RO, PO is equal to RO, both are 3 centimeters. Okay. Next angle, angle POQ, angle POQ is equal to, angle which one? 3 centimeters, ROS, angle ROS, which is given, both are equal, measurement is not given. So next, the sides, if I write QO, then it will be SO, angle side QO is equal to side SO, side angle side, this also by SAS rule. So by SAS, side angle side, so the two sides are equal, these two sides are equal, angle included by them. So by SAS rule, triangle POQ is corresponding to triangle ROS. So these are the corresponding parts. Hope you all understood how to check the congruency of the triangles. So which are the sides equal? Are they corresponding to each other? All the corresponding parts are equal or not? Let us check. After that, you can write this. So hope you all understood this question. Just look, observing the figure carefully, which sides are equal, write them equality, and which rule is followed, SSSR, SASR, ASA, RHSR. According to the rule, you have to write how they are congruent to each other. That's all. Hope you all understood. Let us move on to the next question. In the third bit, I told first and second, two more bits are there. Looking at the figures, you have to do by yourself. Look at this question number 4. Which corresponding sides do we need to know to prove that the triangles are congruent using SAS criteria? To show these two triangles are congruent by SAS rule, what extra information is required for us? Looking at the figures, you see now, here 40 degrees, here 40 degrees. That means these angles are equal, already we know. Again, one more measurement also given. What is the measurement given in the question? You see 5 centimeters and 5 centimeters. 5 centimeters here is given, and here also 5 centimeters given. That means one side and one angle is given. So to show the congruency among the two triangles, we have to check the criteria SSS, SAS, RHS, ASC. But in the question itself, it said that you have to use only SAS. To use SAS, we need two sides and the angle included by the two sides. So here only one side is given, one angle is given. So this angle is made by this side and this side. That means we need this also. AB we require. And here 5 centimeters, this corresponding to this. For angle 40 degrees, here corresponding angle. So other side is what required, QR is required. So to prove triangle ABC congruent to triangle PQR, we have what side? BC we have. BC is equal to PQ we have. Both are 5 centimeters. Then angle B is equal to angle Q. We have both are 40 degrees. So this angle 40 degrees is made by BC, of course, but other side is what? AB. So we need AB should be equal to here QR. AB should be equal to QR to say triangle ABC. Already it is to prove. We need this by SAS rule. Already we started to prove triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. We have BC is equal to PQ, both are 5 centimeters. Angle B is equal to angle Q, both are 40 degrees. So another side, but how the angle is made because of the two sides only, the angle included by which two sides? Here this angle B is included by BC. So another side is what? AB. And then this side PQ, and here angle Q is there. Because of this PQ, here 5 centimeter. Other side is what? QR. So QR corresponding to AB. So we need AB is equal to QR to say these two triangles are congruent by SAS rule. Understood? Let us see in a similar way the next question, second one. Here triangle ABC and triangle ADC. here angle 35 degrees, here angle 35 degrees. So that means angle and side both are equal in the two triangles. But this angle 35 is made by this side and another side is this. Angle is 35 is made by this side and this. That means this and this should be equal. AB should be equal to AD. So same like that, to prove triangle ABC congruent to triangle ABC, we already have what? AC is equal to AC, both common side for both, common side. Okay, in both the triangle, the AC is common. Okay, common side. Okay, in this A and C is there, in this A and C is there. So the angle is in between A. So how it is made? Angle CAD, okay, and angle BAC. So angle BAC, angle DAC, both are same. How much it is? 35 degrees, it is given already. So this angle is made by AC and this AB. So AB should be equal to, we need AB equal to what? AD. AB is equal to AD. We need. If so, then we can say these two triangles are congruent by SAS rule. Hope you all understood. Just observe the figure carefully. Which are the corresponding sides and which are the corresponding angles equal to one another. According to that, the criterion, which criterion we are using, SAS rule, we have to write. So hope you all understood today's class. Up to here we completed our exercise 1 and 2 of the 7th chapter. In the coming up next class, we start exercise 3. Hope you all understood today's class. Thank you very much.